channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Do me a big favor, guys. Get down in the description box and check out that Moo link. That's the first link in the description box. Moo is offering you up to $1,000 in NVIDIA stock when you open up a new Moo brokerage account. Now, again, guys, this is something that Moo is willing to do for people that open up a new Moo brokerage account. It's a self-directed brokerage account. Certainly, you have to make a decision on that, but I recommend you get down there and check it out. NVIDIA is a pretty good company. It's the world's most valuable company by market cap. They're coming out with their Q3 earnings report on November 19th. And I'm extremely excited about that because I'm an NVIDIA shareholder. So you could be too, but you got to get yourself down that description box and gently tap that first link and make the decision to open up that Moo brokerage account. Also, while you're down there in the description box, make sure you check out the Wealth Builders Financial Community on Patreon. That's my group of people who are like-minded and we're headed in the same direction, which is financial freedom. Trying to get to that passive income thing because none of us want to work for the rest of our lives. But if we don't have assets that generate passive income, guess what? We will be working for the rest of our lives. So that's what we do in the Wealth Builders. We talk about strategies to get us there, whether it be real estate investing for income, whether it be paper assets, starting a business, side hustles, credit, whatever we want to talk about, we talk about in there to get us the financial freedom. So if you want to be a part of that team, gently tap on that second link, which is that Wealth Builders Financial Community link. And then the third link is the website. I got 10 big boy blue chip digital products that I believe could potentially change your life. If you're looking, guys, go take a look at the website, check out those digital products, packed full of really good, useful information that could assist you in getting to your financial freedom and your passive income. One more disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I don't play one on YouTube. This is not financial advice. This is my own independent opinion, right? I'm just giving you my opinion on what we're getting ready to talk about. So please go out and do your own independent research before you make any investment decisions because I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Let's dive into it. Government shutdown is the first thing on the agenda. The government shutdown. The longest government shutdown in American history is about to end. And in my personal opinion, I believe that is going to be a catalyst, a positive catalyst to skyrocket everything. Now, that's my opinion. That doesn't mean that's going to happen or that's true. It's my opinion, but I believe that government shutdown and subsequently the government reopen is going to be a positive catalyst for the markets. And you're already seeing it today. If you're paying attention, that's if you're paying attention. See, guys, if you want to build wealth, you got to pay attention to how to build wealth. You got to pay attention to the things that are happening every single day that can assist you in building wealth. Now, if you're around here not paying attention, you're doing some other stuff, you're online fighting battles online with people that ain't got nothing to do with building wealth. You out here, oh, that's my favorite person. That's my favorite actor. That's my favorite athlete. That's my favorite politician. I'm going to fight tooth and nail because see, that's what they want you to do. That's what the 1% want you to do. They want you to surround yourself with stuff that don't have anything to do with you building wealth. That way, you don't ever build no wealth and they can control you for the rest of your life. Right? I would say if you want to build wealth and get the passive income, you better start paying attention to things that have to do with building wealth. Stop paying attention to stuff that don't have nothing to do with building wealth. That's what we do a lot of times. We spend most of our day, statistics tell me, most Americans spend most of their day fighting battles that they have no control over. instead of fighting their own battles in their own house. They're outside of their house, online, fighting battles for other people. You ain't gonna build no wealth that way. I'm telling you, in my opinion, now this is just my personal opinion, things are getting ready to go crazy here in a minute. Check this out. This is the day. This is the headline from CNBC. See, this is where I spend my time. I spend my time online looking for ways to build wealth, man. I don't spend my time with people about politicians and celebrities and, whatever. I don't worry about any of that junk, because none of that junk is going to get me to passive income. I worry about things that are going to get me to passive income. And here's the headline. Dow rallies 400 points to fresh record, led by banks. See, this is the stuff that I chase. This is the stuff that I chase. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose to new heights on Wednesday, extending its gains from the previous session. Now, when they say previous session, they're talking about yesterday. The 30-stock Dow was last up 453 points, or 1%, and hit a fresh intraday high in the session. They're talking about this morning. See, while we out here fighting battles online that ain't got nothing to do with building wealth and taking care of our family, we just fighting battles because that's what we do. You got the Dow going crazy. You got the market starting to go crazy. See, to me, that's wealth creation, man. But we got to refocus our mind on things that build wealth and stop focusing on things that keep us broke. So you online arguing about some celebrity or some politician or some other crap we get online and argue with people about, that's not going to put no money in your pocket. That's not going to create no passive income. That's going to keep you broke and dependent. The goal is to get you some wealth and get some independence. Not stay broke and stay dependent, but get you some wealth and get you some independence. So start paying attention, guys, to what's happening in the financial markets. No, I'm not an expert. You don't have to be an expert. You can just pay attention and figure out what's going on like I do. The Dow is up almost 500 points this morning. There's a reason for that, guys. There's a reason. Let's find out why. Let's find out why. The S&P 500 gained 0.1%, while the NASDAQ lagged, falling 0.3%. Ding, 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 ding. For a guy like me, that's opportunity. If the S&P is up slightly, the Dow is up big, but the NASDAQ is down, that might be an opportunity for me to do a little bit more homework and figure out, is there an opportunity for me to position myself, plant some seeds? Y'all know I like planting seeds. I love planting financial seeds, man. And then I water them and just let them grow into these beautiful, beautiful fruit trees full of beautiful, voluptuous financial fruit. Now, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee in life. But honestly, for me, guys, over my 30 years, this strategy works. The Dow's outperformance was supported by a boost in shares of key financial names, such as Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and American Express. All three stocks had notched fresh records during the day. Gains in others like United Health, International Business Machines, and Nike propped up the index as well. So you got these big banks, man. They just getting crazy with it, right? These banks. Remember, Goldman Sachs is the same bank. In the third quarter, they came out with over $4 billion in profit. This was Goldman Sachs. This ain't even the largest bank in America, guys. They had $4 billion in profit. One bank, Goldman Sachs. JP Morgan, that would be the largest bank in America. JP Morgan is the largest bank in America, guys. Go take a look at it. Do a little research on JP Morgan Chase. Largest bank in America, number one, and then followed by American Express. American Express is a heavy hitter. It's not the largest bank or anything like that, but from a credit card standpoint, heavy hitter. Heavy hitter, profitable company. But that's what led the Dow up higher. And then you throw in United Health. And why is United Health getting a pop? I can tell you why they're getting a pop, because guess what? Premiums getting ready to go up on a lot of Americans' insurance or health insurance plans. Premiums are getting ready to go up, especially people who were taking part in the Affordable Care Act where they were getting that subsidy. Remember, that subsidy ends, guys, 12/31/2025. The subsidy is gone. Gone. Now, of course, the Democrats will say, oh, we voted for the continuing resolution. We voted to get the government back open because they're going to give us an opportunity to put a bill on the floor in December, early December. Problem is, you ain't going to get enough votes to pass it because you don't control the majority, neither in the House. So it's an empty promise. It's an empty promise, but a company like United Health will benefit from that. Higher premiums. I just got my health insurance premium for next year. For next year, right? They send it to you around this time of the year. So I just got my re-up. My premium already went up, guys, like almost $200 per month. So that's an additional $2,400 next year that I'm going to pay for the same insurance. See what I'm telling you? Now, the good news for me is I can afford that. But for a lot of Americans, an extra $200 a month for their health insurance, guys, that's devastating. That's a deal killer. And I'm not blaming United Health. United Health is in business to make money. They're a for-profit company. Of course, they're going to put profits before people. We already know that, but every other major corporation does that. That's why I keep telling you guys it's critical that you build yourself some wealth and give yourself a safety net, a financial safety net, because without that safety net, how are you going to pay for this increase in your health insurance premiums? Mine personally went up $200, like I just told you. So next year I pay $2,400 more for the same insurance this year that I'll pay more next year. Thank goodness I've been one of these guys over the last 30 years that I pay attention to how can I build my wealth and create independence, as opposed to being one of these guys that spend all of his time chasing and getting in other folks' business online or fighting battles that I can't win. We spend a lot of time, guys, in America fighting battles online with people that we can't win, when we should be redirecting that energy and fighting battles for our financial well-being that we can win, because we can control that. See, I can control the amount of money that I make and what I do with it. I get to control that, guys. Nobody else can control that for me. I get to control that. What I can't control is what some senator does. I just saw a little article that I was reading that one of the amendments or the provisions, again, guys, I'm no expert here on government or none of this stuff. I'm just telling you what I read, and I find it interesting how the 1% continue to fleece us, right? So I'm reading through some of the provisions in this I don't know what they call it, continuing resolution or whatever they call it, that they just passed in the Senate so that they can go back and reopen the government. Democrats capitulated, bent the knee, gave in, so they got the votes they needed. They got the 60 votes they needed to pass the bill in the Senate to reopen. But inside of that, they slipped something in. The Republicans. The Republicans slipped in a little amendment that says that they can go back to 2022, retroactive, back to 2022. And if anybody was affected by, remember the last time President Trump got out of office, remember he got out of office in 2020, he got beat by Joe Biden. And then obviously President Trump felt like it wasn't a fair election. It was, it was a lot of chaos going on. So of course, some stuff jumped off on January 6th at the Capitol. I don't know nothing about that. I ain't blaming nobody for that. I'm not saying they got nothing to do with nobody. I'm just telling you it jumped off. So this January 6th thing jumped off. And of course, the Democrats were in power at this time because Joe Biden had won the presidency. So the government went after these January 6th people. And they also wanted to figure out, were there anybody in the government that helped get this thing kicked off? And apparently, the Biden administration they went after phone records for some of these senators and these House of Representative people. They went after them. They went after their phone records to see if they had anything to do with this January 6th thing. And if they did, they were going to come after them, with the full weight of the United States government. So in this new bill, not new bill, but this continuing resolution, I guess that's what they call it, to get the government open again, they slipped in that they can retroactively get paid for the government coming after them for this January 6th thing and taking their phone records, getting their phone records. So they slipped this thing in the bill that they can get paid minimum $500,000 for, I guess, pain and suffering. I don't know what it was. Again, I'm no expert. Y'all go out and do your research, but you can find what I'm talking about. So they put into the bill, these Republicans put into the bill that whoever was affected by that, and right now it's about 8 Republican senators that were affected by that back in 2000, I assume 2020. Early 2021. So these guys wrote into the bill that they can actually go back basically and sue and get at least $500,000 or more. And I'm considering pain and suffering because the government came after their phone records. I mean, come on, man. I mean, are you kidding me? So you're going to go sue the government, basically the American people, because guess what? If they give each one of those senators $500,000 for their pain and suffering because the government asked for their phone record. I mean, I don't even understand the whole thing. It's stupid to me. But here's my point. These 1%ers do everything they can to continue to get wealthy. You got these senators. And again, guys, I don't know these people. You can go find out their names. Just go do a little Google search. But it's 8 of them that qualify for it. 8 of them. And they slipped it in there. It wasn't in there to begin. They slipped it in there so it could get passed. And they're going to go back and sue the government. And in turn, sue us. Because the government is us. We fund the government with our federal tax dollars. When we pay taxes, we fund the government. So if these people sue the government, they really suing us. And we're paying them what? At least a minimum of $500,000 apiece. These 8 senators. Now, they can get even more than that. But minimum is what they will sue us taxpayers. They'd sue the taxpayers. And you elected these people. This is the kind of stuff that's going on right now, right under our noses, guys. And a lot of us don't even know about it. That's right. 8 Republican senators. If this thing gets passed, it's at the House of Representatives right now. And it looks like it's going to get passed with no changes. And they're going to leave that in there. So therefore, when this thing is passed, mark my words, you're going to read about 8 Republican senators that were in office in that 2021 January 6th thing. Then when Biden's administration went and pulled, I mean, they must have subpoenaed their phone records or something. Now they're pain and suffering. Oh, they unfairly came after us. We're going to sue the government because the government... Come on, man. This is what the 1% do right under our noses, and we pay for it. But yet and still, we can't get some type of universal health care to take care of people that need it the most. I don't mind them charging me an extra $2,000 a year, guys, for my health insurance. I'm not going to cry about that. I'm not going to call the health insurance company and, complain. I'm not going to get on TikTok and make a TikTok video about me, my health. Oh my God, my health. I'm not going to do that either because I can afford to pay it. But for those people out there that cannot afford health insurance, guys, and they need these premiums, these subsidies from the Affordable Care Act to kick in to help pay for it, those are the ones that are going to suffer. It's not going to be me. I can pay my health insurance premium really nicely. I don't lose no sleep, but there are a lot of Americans that will lose sleep. But yet and still, you got United States senators writing in bills, slipping it in so that they can profit off of taxpayers. Oh, pain and suffering from the... Listen, I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't know what happened on January 6th, and that's not none of my business. I'm just telling you how the 1%, these people that y'all have put in office, that you have voted for, what they're doing behind closed doors that you know nothing about. These people are trying to get $500,000 a piece minimum for some so-called pain and suffering. And guess who's going to pay for it? You and me, because we're the taxpayers. They're suing the government for it. Who else is going to pay for it? Who do you think the government is? The American people. The people that pay taxes. That's the government. You mean to tell me sitting United States senators that we pay their paycheck? We provide their health care for them. We provide their retirement for them. Taxpayers. And they're suing us for pain and suffering. Guys, you can't make this stuff up, man. Y'all better wake up to figure out what's going on here. You better get yourself out here and build yourself some wealth and get your financial safety net, because I'm telling you, this thing is finna get crazy. This thing is finna get crazy. We're in year one. We ain't even finished 1 year of the new administration. All of this stuff that's happening, guys, has happened in what, 10 and a half months? we ain't even 1 year into the state. And they done turned this thing from 0 all the way up to like level 50. And this is like not even year one. We got 3 more years of this. And again, I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm not saying I'm a proud American and I'm not against nobody. I'm just telling you what's been happening over this last 10 and a half months for people who don't have no wealth. They're suffering. People who don't have no wealth, people who have not taken their money that they earned from their job, from their business, and put it in something that will grow it for them while they sleep and build them some wealth and put a little cocoon around them, they're in trouble. I'm trying to get you guys to understand it's not too late. Start. Get yourself in position and get yourself a plan. I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't give you a plan. I can only give you my opinion. That's all I'm doing. Whether you take my opinion and do something with it is up to you, or you go out and do nothing. Keep doing what you're doing right now. One thing I can tell you, if you continue doing the activities you're doing right now, you're going to get the same results from those activities you're getting right now. If you want different results, guys, you got to change up the activities. Please understand that. You are not going to get different results with the same old activities. If these activities are not giving you the result you need, you better change your activities and change them today. There's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity that's knocking. It's knocking at your door. The question is, will you open the door and allow opportunity in? That's on you, man. That's on you. The only person you can blame for your situation you're in right now, if you decide not to open the opportunity door, is you. See, when you don't know, you don't know. But when you do know, you know, right? Now you know. There's an opportunity here. Let's keep reading. Let's get through some of this, and then I'm going to get y'all out of here. Meanwhile, Advanced Micro Devices shares popped more than 7% on the heels of CEO Lisa Su saying Tuesday that the company anticipates the total market for artificial intelligence data center parts and systems will reach $1 trillion by 2030. Let's pause right there. Listen, guys, it's so much opportunity out here. But if we're focused on all the wrong things, we're going to miss all this opportunity. This CEO of AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, has just told you, in her opinion now, the artificial intelligence ecosystem, when it comes to data center parts and systems, data center parts and systems will reach $1 trillion by 2030. Let me just explain to you what $1 trillion is. It's $999 billion, and then add one more billion. That's a trillion. Come on, man. That's a lot of money, guys. That is a lot of money that's going to be, or revenue that's going to be ramping up because of these data centers. And I just read another article that there's a data center or two. I believe it's in Atlanta. If it's not in Atlanta, it's somewhere over there. I can't remember the exact place where these data centers are, but it's two of them. They said those two data centers run more electricity, more power, need more electricity and power than the whole city of Atlanta. And Atlanta's a big city, guys, big population. That tells you the amount of money being invested in these data centers. And why are they investing? Why are companies like Meta, companies like Tesla, companies like Microsoft, companies like Amazon, why are they investing into these data centers and this AI infrastructure? Because it's the future. It's the future, guys. See, in the world that these companies are in right now, if you're not first, you're last. And when you're last, you're not in business. So companies like AMD will profit from this artificial intelligence boom. Now, a lot of people think, oh, it's overpriced, it's this, it's that. Doesn't matter what they think. The proof is in the pudding. Go look at AMD's Q3 numbers. We're not going to discuss that on this video, but go look at AMD's Q3 earnings report. Proof is in the pudding, guys. I don't know what else to tell you. And then you got NVIDIA, who is way larger than AMD. NVIDIA is the world's most valuable company by market cap. At one point this year, guys, not too long ago, they reached a $5 trillion market cap. No other company in the history of the world has ever done that. But NVIDIA did it. And AMD is coming right behind them. Now, I'm not here to tell you to go do anything. I'm just telling you what is being said here in the article and what the CEO of AMD just said. They're telling you, if you're trying to figure out a way to multiply wealth, this lady, this CEO of AMD is saying, look no further. We got a long runway here. AI has a long runway. Question is, will you get on the runway? Will you go down that runway? I don't know. You got to answer that. I can't help you with that. My job here on my YouTube channel is to share with you my experiences and my opinion. That's it. And bring you information that you can then take and go research yourself and figure out what you're going to do. What will happen to you right now if you got a phone call, you got a text, you got a little knock on your cubicle door, and somebody says, hey, Richard, appreciate you, but we got to let you go? What would you do? How long could you survive? How long could you survive without that paycheck? That's what you got to ask yourself, guys. Am I in a position where if someone knocked on my cubicle door, sent me an email, gave me a phone call, and said, your career here is over. Appreciate you, but your career is over. We got your 2-week check, then you got to go. How long would you? See, this is the questions you need to be asking yourself. And if the answer is, whoo, goodness gracious, I wouldn't be able to survive that long. I'm at 2 weeks, a month, and then I'm totally destroyed financially. You better start paying attention to how not to be destroyed. See, if somebody knocked on my door and said, hey man, listen, we don't need you no more. I'm gonna say, well, thank you for all you've done for me. I appreciate you because I got assets. I got assets that can take care of me. Now, would I have to downsize and sell off some stuff and all that? Absolutely. Absolutely. Dream house got to go. Cars out in the garage got to go. But guess what? I got enough assets that if I don't want to do anything else for the rest of my life, I don't have to. But that's because 30 years ago, I decided to pay attention to how I can gain independence, financial independence. And I started buying real estate for income. One little single family home every 2 years. That was the goal. And then also the goal was to start taking a certain amount of money every single month on the 15th and the 30th of every single month and putting it into paper assets. And I just did that every year, every decade, until I got to where I'm at today. I'm not the wealthiest person in the world, guys, but I am in a position where I control 100% of my time. I control my own financial destiny. That's all I've ever wanted out of this life. And to be happy. I need those 3 things. Control my time, control my destiny, and be happy. And I've accomplished that. I want you guys to have that. See, I don't spend all day fighting battles online in other people's business or stuff that I have no control over. I don't worry about that. I worry about how am I going to help people. I worry about, am I in a position where I can take care of myself for the rest of my life? I worry about, do I have a legacy, a financial legacy to leave my children? See, that's what's important to me, not some politician, not some celebrity. Yeah, I'm not in all of that. I would recommend you not be in all of it. But you do whatever you want to do with your life. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Sue also said that the company should see its overall revenue growth increase as a result of insatiable, that's a big word. Y'all got to go out and big word. Let me tell you what this lady said. This is the CEO of AMD. Sue also said that the company should see its overall revenue growth increase as a result of insatiable demand for AI chips. She said the demand going through the roof. So she's saying while AMD was a winner Wednesday, other technology stocks weren't so lucky. NVIDIA had pulled back from its rise earlier in the day, which has spurred by Foxconn, one of its suppliers, reporting a 17% year-over-year increase in earnings. Both NVIDIA and AMD had come under pressure during Tuesday's session, dropping about 3% and more than 2% respectively. These two and others like Oracle swinging lower in the previous session reflect the uneasy sentiment among investors that tech valuations could be stretched after their recent surge. Hogwash. That's my opinion. It's all propaganda. Because 3 weeks ago, they were buying these semiconductors like NVIDIA and AMD and like crazy, sending them to the stratosphere. Now, all of a sudden, they're trying to tell y'all, oh, they might be overvalued. Why would they pump that propaganda into the media right now. I think they're doing that because they want these companies to come down in price some, that they can go swoop right back in and buy them up again. That's my opinion now. Again, I'm no expert here. You guys go out and do your own homework, but I've been around the block a couple times. I know how the 1% work. Ain't no way in the world 3 weeks ago y'all was taking these things to the moon, NVIDIA to the moon, AMD to the moon, everything to the moon, just 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, everything was a home run. Now all of a sudden, they done changed their stance on them. Oh, maybe they're not a home run. Just propaganda, man, right? Trying to manipulate you. That's my opinion now. I'm no expert here, so go do your own research, but I think it's all manipulation. I'm not going to fall for it because I believe it's all manipulation. All manipulation. Tuesday saw a tale of two markets merge. The Dow rallied more than 550. The NASDAQ slipped. The S&P closed higher on Tuesday, notching its third positive session in a row. Consumer stocks such as Walmart, Home Depot, McDonald's propped up the 30-stock Dow in the previous session as traders moved into parts of the market with lower valuations. The healthcare sector was the top performing sector, driven by the moves higher in names such as Eli Lilly and Johnson & Johnson. I already told y'all why, guys, earlier in this video. The reason investors are starting to rotate into healthcare sector is because the government is opening again and the Democrats got zero by way of the Affordable Care Act subsidies being extended. So insurance companies know if those subsidies not extended, guess what? They're going to run up the prices. So anytime you got insurance companies that potentially are going to make more money, guess where investors want to be? They want to be where you're going to make the most money. So right now they're rotating into the healthcare sector because they know there's no safety net for people anymore. The Democrats failed, right? They failed with the government shutdown. I don't even know why we had a government shutdown. Democrats were going to do this from the beginning, in my opinion. Again, I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm not picking on Democrats. I'm not picking on Republicans. I'm just telling you all my opinion. I ain't got a dog in the fight, but I'm telling you, I don't know why we even had a government shutdown when we knew Democrats would fold at the 23rd hour, which they did. And guess what? Now, insurance companies are positioned to even get wealthier. So investors are saying, let's get in front of this thing. And that's why you see the rotation into healthcare sector. These investors ain't stupid. They're going to capitalize on any type of lift in the healthcare sector. They're going to profit from it. That's why they rotated in. I'm not saying they'll be there forever, but for right now, that's the game that they're playing. Appreciate y'all, man, stopping by. We got a whole bunch else to go over, but we ain't gonna even try to touch it today. We're gonna get it another day. I just wanted to touch base with y'all and give you an idea from my perspective. Again, I'm no professional here. I'm just a regular guy out here trying to figure out how to build wealth and get the passive income. And I like to share my experiences and share my opinion with you. Please go out and do your own independent research. Go do your own homework. If you're not comfortable doing your own homework, go get you a licensed financial advisor to help you guys. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I'm just a regular old Joe Schmo on YouTube trying to give you guys my opinion, right? That's all it is. Again, drop down in that description box and check out that up to $1,000 in NVIDIA stock. If you open up a new Moo brokerage account, certainly you got to meet deposit requirements in order to get the free stock. You got to meet deposit requirements, but all of that's down in the link. So click on it, check it out. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, throw it away and move on with your day. And then if you want to, check out them wealth builders. Like I said, man, that's where I'm at in that community every day, talking with these people. We're sharing ideas. That's all it is. None of us are experts. We don't try to be experts. We don't try to tell nobody what to do. We don't do none of that. But what we can do is share our experience. And if that experience can help somebody, then it's perfect. So if you want to be a part of that kind of community, not some, oh, I'm going to guarantee you something, I'm going to do this something, here's a hot take, here's the hot play. We don't do any of that. What we do is share best practices, golden nuggets, tips. And you got a community of 2,000 people that are genuinely there to help one another to try to get the financial freedom. There is no shortcut to financial freedom. So don't come, that ain't a shortcut. There ain't no shortcuts in the wealth builders. You got to do the hard work. You got to earn, you got to keep what you earn, and then you got to figure out how to multiply what you keep. But we talk about that in that group. So if you want to be a part of that, second link. And then, like I said, the third link is the website, which I do have some digital products out there that you can go take a look at, from everything from credit repair to how to invest in real estate with little to no money down, everything in between. So those digital products are out there for you to go peruse. And if you think it's something that might be able to help you in your pursuit to financial freedom and ultimately passive income, check it out. If not, hey man, no problem. No problem at all. I just appreciate y'all for checking in. And if you're checking in for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.